So we meet a new cast member. Her name is Lisa Nicole. We meet her because Quad, she goes over to her home and she's a business owner. And her and Quad's husband are both physicians and they work together, or they have in the past. And she is a clothing designer. And she's a cute girl. She seems like she's cool. Now, Miss Quad sits down at Miss April Nicole's home, and long and behold, we are introduced to a familiar face at Bravo. Fossil Face himself, Dwight, came out of nowhere in this old nasty print ensemble, this jacket, just giving you mattress tease, just comforter realness. And child, it's just he's always up in something. But I can't say I've always liked Dwight. I think out of all the queens on these shows, um, he's probably the one that's the less messiest as far as like being all up in their drama and want to add his 2 cents in and you know what I'm trying to say. Like he's less invasive and just he's not into all that drama and all that, which I've always liked about him. And of course, Dwight is from. We got introduced to Dwight from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season one. Actually, him and Nene used to be friends. They fell out, then they got kind of cool again, and now don't know. Nene don't stay friends with anybody long. So they sitting around and they're talking, and also Dwight is Lisa Nicole's business partner because she's a clothing designer. And so they sitting and talking and having their little tea and spilling their tea about the party, about the event. And all of a sudden, Sister April Nicole, is it April Nicole? Lisa Nicole, Jenny Nicole, whatever. Sister Nicole, Lisa Nicole, she pulls out this her phone and she actually took a photo of Mariah at Dr. Heavenly Not Hell is Hell event. Last episode, the first episode. And she took some picture of Mariah. I guess Mariah didn't know that she took a picture of her, and she showed it to the other, to Dwight, to Quad, and to her assistant, some guy, and they're basically like making fun of Mariah, like she looks like a damn pigeon and shit. It was really funny. And I actually didn't like Mariah's ensemble either. But the fact that Lisa Nicole actually took that photo of Mariah, I'm thinking without her knowing, and now she's like making fun of it. Yeah, Lisa Nicole, I don't know how long you've been knowing Miss Mariah, but Miss Mariah will fight. And I don't think you want none of Miss Mariah. Yes! I don't think you want none of her. And Miss Quad, she's trying to be as cool and as nice as she possibly can. She's trying to be understanding. But she did get her a little read in. She was like, I do understand, if that's what she likes to wear, then that's what she likes to wear, but I would never wear it. No, God. She also said, let me see if I can remember this, that Prince said when doves cry, but Mariah is actually shows when the doves cry. When the doves cry, because she had on all the fur. You had to be there. You had to be there. Shit. Okay, so they're ending with that scene, and also Lisa Nicole's assistant starts making fun of um, Mariah. He gets all these feathers and put it around his neck and stuff, and all that. Yeah, yeah, Mariah's over the top. Mariah is a drag queen. Most of these girls are. So, what do you expect, hell? So then after that, Dr. Jacqueline, they shows her Dr. Simone arriving at her house, and Dr. Simone is still very, 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 very heated about the whole thing that happened last week um, at Dr. Heavenly Yes She's Hell event at her party. How she kind of came at her, and they was kind of battling back and forth in front of each other's husbands. And Dr. Simone is still upset. She's upset, but Jackie has her own news that she wants to share to Simone. And she's pretty much like that her husband told her the one thing that he want in life is to have a son. Now, a little bit of history about Dr. Jackie, if you don't know. Dr. Jackie um, is a breast cancer survivor. I think she had it twice, and she can't have children naturally, and she don't have any kids. So I'm sure there's something that's been weighing down on her and also her husband, because they love each other, and every couple wants to eventually have children, you know, and she can't have kids. And um, she was thinking about doing the whole donor thing, and I guess having like a surrogate. And Dr. Simone's reaction to Jackie's news is basically like, no, like we've already talked about this and you're way too busy, and you know for a fact that you're not willing to stop working, to take care of baby for a while. And Dr. Jackie's like, no, and no, I don't think so, and all that. Dr. Simone goes back into the whole thing about how she's mad at Toya, and she's also mad at Heavenly. Yes, she's hell, but she will more likely talk to Toya, because she was like she would never talk to Heavenly again because she embarrassed her in front of her colleagues and all that. But at the same time, Dr. Simone, I feel like you are responsible for how you behave at an event. And obviously, it's some history between you and Dr. Heavenly that the world don't know about yet. I don't think that anybody would just come at somebody for no reason. Most people won't do that anyway. And so I really want to know like the history between y'all's beef. Like what really happened between you guys. Something had to happen back in the day with y'all. And maybe as the season goes on, we'll find out what is the root of the issue between Dr. Heavenly, yes she's hell, and Dr. Simone. Yes. And so Dr. Jackie, she's like, are you willing to talk to Dr. Heavenly? And Dr. Simone is like, if she takes her medicine, yeah, maybe. The scene ends. Now, we also find out, well, we already knew this, that Miss Quad, she got it. Miss Quad don't want kids, at least not right now. And her husband, I believe he's in his late 30s or early 40s. And Miss Quad, she got it, she got it. She's in her early 30s, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. But she just don't want kids right now. She's working on her career, she's working on herself. She's doing things. She just don't want kids. But her husband definitely wants kids now, right now. So I guess it's like the whole Jay-Z, Beyonce age difference thing going on. Except I don't think that he's that much older than her. Shade, maybe. Now, she, Miss Quad, she got it, she got it. She takes her two little annoying dogs with her babies. Keisha and Kilolo, Shaquan and Aquanetta, whatever the little dog's name is. And she goes over and she talks to Dr. Simone, and she's like, basically I want to explore my options and on birth control. And she don't want to tell her husband that she plans on getting on birth control because her husband wants her to get pregnant, but she don't want to get pregnant. So her plan was to trick her husband to be on birth control so they can just keep having sex like I'm sure they are, and she wouldn't end up getting pregnant, or it would lessen her chances of getting pregnant. So she wants to get on birth control without her husband knowing. And Dr. Simone was like, what are you thinking? That's wrong. You're in a marriage. You're in a committed relationship. Y'all are one. Like, you don't do that kind of stuff. And I agree with Dr. Simone. I feel like she should just be honest with her husband. Just tell him that I don't want to have kids. And I don't know what else to tell you at this point. So I don't know. Miss Quad, she needs to compromise and just, like, you're married to a doctor. He treats you well, it seems like. It seems like you're very happy. Why don't you want kids? Like, I don't know what big career opportunity you're looking for, but you might as well just have kids now. And you can just hell get back to it. But I don't know. I don't know why Miss Quad won't have kids now or don't want to have kids now. And I'm not a woman, so I can't tell women what to do with their bodies. Whatever. If she don't want to have kids, she don't want to have kids. Shit. Now it gets to the end, and Toya. Early in the episode, they showed that Toya made a phone call to Dr. Simone, and she wanted to talk to Dr. Simone. And Dr. Simone was like, yeah, okay. So Dr. Simone drives to Toya's home. And, they get out and start talking. And pretty much it goes south real fast. Uh, Toya feels disrespected that Dr. Simone was gyrating all on her husband at her charity event that she had at the bowling alley that they showed last episode. And Dr. Simone's point of view is like, look, I was having fun, you was having fun, and I wasn't trying to insinuate that I wanted to have sex with your husband or something, and it wasn't that serious. We was all having fun. And you also should have told me that you had an issue with me not at the party, not at Dr. Heavenly, Yes She's Hell event. You should have talked to me, at a different time or put me off to the side. You don't talk to me. If you have an issue with me, you don't discuss it in front of everybody, which I agree with that one thing. That Dr. Simone said that if you had such a big issue with me, shit, you, me, I, us. If you had a big issue with me dancing with your husband, then you should have put me off to the side. If you wanted to talk about it at the event, at the party, or whatever, then fine. But don't talk about it in front of everybody. And I believe last episode they all the girls was in a circle. They was talking. It was pretty much talking about uh, the whole Heavenly thing that just went down with Heavenly, Dr. Jackie, and Dr. Simone. And then Toya all of a sudden showed that, check out your girl, pointing at Dr. Simone, that she gyrated all over my husband. Then the episode cut off. So, yeah, Toya was kind of messy when she did that in front of everybody because didn't nobody know, and it wasn't nobody's business really, but the people but Toya, her husband, and Dr. Simone. Now I do agree with Toya. I don't really care for Toya like that, but I do agree with Toya. You don't be dancing and being all inappropriate on somebody else's husband or wife. You just don't do that kind of stuff. But Dr. Simone, I'm sure she didn't mean any harm by it. Her and Toya are friends, and everybody likes Dr. Simone. She's real cool. She's educated. She's very down to earth, and she's everything. Dr. Simone. I feel like if Dr. Simone had if Dr. Jackie had Dr. Simone's personality, Dr. Jackie would be a lot more likable. But Dr. Jackie is a little bit more strict and straightforward, and she's a little bit more judgmental and less understanding than Dr. Simone is. So pretty much Dr. Simone gets real turned up when she's talking to Toya on this episode. She gets super turned up. She starts walking around in a circle. Well, you should have told me. That's why you don't understand. That's why you don't understand. And this episode pretty much ends with Toya playing basketball by herself and going back into the house to be with them children, them babies, them boys. And Dr. Simone basically saying that Toya is stupid in so many words and that she don't understand the lifestyle of a working mother because she doesn't work. She's a stay-at-home mother, and she doesn't understand my point of view, and she's not trying to understand my point of view. Now, that was pretty much this episode. This episode didn't have much going on. They showed a clip of Mariah and her husband. They was talking about something that's irrelevant. And, there was pretty much no Mariah in this episode and no Heavenly. But next episode, it looks like it's going to be a lot better. They're at, I don't know if they're at a park or at a fair or I don't know where the hell they are. Whatever. And but next episode we're seeing that Dr. Lisa Nicole, who I think is going to be very messy, she's going to be up in Quad and Mariah's mess, and that should be good. And I just hope she's ready because Miss Mariah don't play. She fights in ball gowns. So I hope Dr. Lisa Nicole, she's not a doctor. I hope that fashion designer Lisa Nicole is ready for that ass. Because Mariah ain't the one. I think that's also the episode that Toya gets hit in the head with a ball or something. I don't know. We should see. And apparently Miss Quad, she got it. And Miss Mariah, yes! They are going to get into a fight. They're going to talk about it next episode. So next episode is the business. This episode was kind of boring. But thank you guys for watching. I am Mr. Chalaki. I'm at It's King's World on Twitter. And Chase King was here on Facebook, darling. And that is it. Also follow me on Google Plus. My Google Plus account is Mr. Chalaki. And thanks so much for watching this review. I love Married to Medicine. I'm glad it is back. And I will definitely see you guys next week. Bye, Felicia.